All right. Devin Haney is the 11th best lightweight according to Bob Arum, and they are still trying to make a Gervonta Davis versus Vasily Lomachenko fight. That is number one, a lie, and the second one is a pipe dream. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Subscribers, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And also, I want to say special thank you to everybody that supports on the Patreon and everybody that supports in the live streams Monday through Friday, OG Boxing Talk on Sunday, and everybody that just joined the channel as a member. You guys have really helped this channel out a lot. And obviously, thank you if you don't fall into any of those categories, but you watch these videos and you comment on the videos, even if you are a troll and don't like what I got to say, but you watch, I want to say I do thank you very much. As you notice, I block a lot less of that nonsense because, hey man, I do like to chop it up and talk boxing with you guys. So thank you guys for supporting the channel this whole time, and we're gonna keep on rolling. But as for right now, let's talk about Vasily Lomachenko and the lightweight division. Lomachenko will be in this conversation. Devin Haney will be in this conversation. Gervonta Davis will be in this conversation. Teofimo Lopez will be in this conversation because they are pretty much the relevant, for me, the most relevant lightweights. There might be some other guys out there that can really handle their business. Eventually, I do believe guys like Shakur Stevenson is going to make his way up there. I also think that guys like Chris Colbert, formerly known as B-Hop, is going to make it up to the lightweight division. So, you know, there's going to be some more fighters up there. But right now, the guys with the big names in the division where the fights are circling around them are Haney, Gervonta Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, and Teofimo Lopez. Now, Bob Arum, who controls pretty much, well, two-thirds of the lightweight division, was asked about Devin Haney. Devin Haney, we did a video on the channel maybe about 2 days ago. If you feel like it, please go back and check out the commentary on that. I chop it up about that. Devin Haney said that he believed that Bob Arum was hiding Vasily Lomachenko from him, and he needs, to stop doing it. Now, Bob Arum's response to that is that there's 10 other lightweights that are better than Devin Haney, which to me sounds like nonsense. I do not believe that there's 10 lightweights better than Devin Haney. Jose Pedraza is not better than Devin Haney. The only people, instead of counting all the people that are not better than Devin Haney, let me count for you the people that are potentially as good as Devin Haney at lightweight right now. Lomachenko, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and that is about where you wrap it up. Okay? Not Richard Comey, not Jose Pedraza, who got blitzed by Gervonta Davis, not Jorge Linares, not Luke Campbell. I do not believe. I'm gonna say it. What's the Dominican Republic guy's name? It's not Javier Fortuna. I do believe that Ramses Bartholomew moved up to 140. So, but even if Ramsey Bartholomew was part of it, not Ramsey Bartholomew, I don't know exactly who these other 6 guys could possibly be. I only counted 3. So who are these other 7 guys that are supposed to be better than Devin Haney? I don't see it. And seeing as several of the guys that I just mentioned that Vasily Lomachenko fought aren't better than Devin Haney, what difference does it make? Because Vasily Lomachenko is already fighting guys that aren't as good as Devin Haney. He got a belt off of Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares had been knocked out at a weight class before that several times. He got knocked out since that point in time. Pedraza got knocked out at 130 pounds by by Gervonta Davis. Luke Campbell lost to Jorge Linares. This just sounds like this argument from Bob Arum just sounds like the heavyweight argument that Eddie Hearn makes, where he said, "Oh, who's Deontay Wilder? Who's Wilder fought? Who's Wilder fought?" And then you name a bunch of people that are all fighting each other. Well, look who Dillian White fight. Dillian White fought Chisora, and he fought Joseph Parker, and he fought Anthony Joshua, and he fought all these, and they all fought each other. Right? They all showing up to the same couple stadiums, all fighting under the same card, all fighting for each other. So you have a little self-fulfilling prophecy where those guys all fight in their little network. They don't fight somebody outside that network. So the people that are outside that network are deemed not very good because they're not, simply by the virtue of them not being in that network. The whole time you have guys out there like Luis Ortiz, who very well could compete and beat probably everybody over there that you named. But who did he fight? Deontay Wilder beat him, but who did he fight? Look, man, sometimes you can just look at a guy, you can see what he's doing if you pay attention to the sport of boxing. Now, it's a science. It's not a science, it's an art. So you can be wrong from time to time. But in my opinion, you should be able to look at Tevin Farmer. And then you look at JoJo Diaz and you're like, that's not going to mix well for Tevin Farmer, man. There might be guys that Tevin Farmer could beat that JoJo Diaz would have a hard time with, and there might be guys that JoJo Diaz is one of the guys that's going to give Tevin Farmer a hard time because of the style, the things, not just the style, but the attributes of one guy that could feed really well into a weakness of another guy, right? Like Tevin Farmer can't punch. So since Tevin Farmer can't punch and JoJo Diaz is a pressure fighter that knows how to cut off the ring, hey man, JoJo Diaz is going to have easier time with Tevin Farmer than he had with Gary Russell Jr. because Gary Russell Jr. can punch and will keep JoJo Diaz up off of him because when something comes, he feels it. Gary Russell Jr. But you get my point? So when you look at Devin Haney, the question isn't really for me, whether or not, there's 10 other guys that are better than Devin Haney. The question is, how does Devin Haney match up with Vasily Lomachenko? There are not 10 guys in the lightweight division that have the footwork and the movement of Devin Haney. There's not 10 guys out there that have the defensive ability that Devin Haney does and have at the same time have the ability to crack a good bit. So that to me seems like a deflection. Also, this concept, this idea that, and I want to make the fight with Gervonta Davis. Look, fighting Gervonta Davis is one thing, but more than likely that fight's not going to happen because of the reason that Bob Arum gave, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is not going to make that fight. I don't think Floyd Mayweather Jr. sees anything in fighting Vasily Lomachenko when the outcome of the fight could be in question, but Gervonta Davis's reputation, not his reputation, but his visibility and his quote unquote profile continues to grow. Why would he do Bob Arum? Why would he risk that for a fight for Vasily Lomachenko? And when he could fight Leo Santa Cruz and get the same thing. Now, I'm not playing Gervonta Davis protector. I'm just saying, hey, that more than likely is the case. Gervonta Davis is a bigger draw than Vasily Lomachenko. So, and he's doing it and he's growing without Vasily Lomachenko. Why would he do it? And maybe the style doesn't match up as well for Tank as other fights that give him just as much money. That whole concept that if they were going to try to make that fight, they would make that fight. But I don't think that they are. Now, that's why I'm saying, hey, man, you would have been better off. Well, not better off, but the fight that somebody wanted. So that's the case. You have Lomachenko and Bob Arum wanting to fight somebody that more than likely doesn't want to fight them or is no rush to fight them, and insulting and staying away from somebody that is desperate to fight them. So that's just like a little funny circle of cats not wanting to fight. The only guy out there that I think really wanted to fight and really wanted to make that happen is Devin Haney. So what's the excuse for him? Oh, he's not good enough. Man, you ducked the bet. You ducked out of the fight with him. The other reason that Lomachenko might not be able to fight Gervonta Davis's man, I think he's getting set up for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is one of the top guys at lightweight, and he's got something that Tank has. He's got more of something that Tank has from what I can see at lightweight. Well, maybe that's not fair because Yuriokas Gamboa ain't never just been laid out. Yuriokas Gamboa has got a chin, and he's fought much bigger guys and never got just straight laid out. Gervonta Davis laid him out, but Teofimo Lopez has the ability to get your arm twitching. If you just on Twitter, go to my Twitter page, you'll see I retweeted a clip from a fight where you can see a leaping left hook from Teofimo Lopez, a double leaping left hook from Teofimo Lopez, just laid this guy out, man. And that could very well happen to Vasily Lomachenko. But anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.